There we go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Paranormal Monday Night Live with myself, Paul Howard, Angela from South Coast Ghosts, Pola. We're not quite sure where she's from, whether she's from the Arctic or somewhere different. We have Luke from SCG and Julia from Paranation, Ghost Hunting Events. Welcome to Monday Night Live. I've slowly getting my voice back now after this chest infection. So come and join us tonight. Try and put your names down when you want to ask us a question or you want to send in anything. Put your names down so we know who we're addressing. Angela will see it and we'll be able to answer it or do what we can to get you the answer, or tell us about your dreams or your dream diary that we gave you homework last week. I hope you all remembered. There'll be detention if you forgot. So, and Jenny's in the background listening in, so
and laughing.
So if you have any weird or wonderful dreams, maybe Jenny can interpret it or help with it, or try and get a bit of an understanding from a spiritual side of it. Other than that, we're all ready to go. Hopefully you come along, comment on us. We're here for the hour. Well, we say an hour, but sometimes we do drop over a little bit, so don't be too worried about that. So who wants to start with their dream diary tonight then?
I'd like to start.
Okay.
I haven't really had many dreams this week, but there was one that really did stand out. And if anyone can decipher it, it would be great. Everything was cream. I was in London and I was in an indoor shopping centre. And I was in the back of a cream-coloured Bentley with like bright red seats. And I was being chauffeured through, I don't know where I live, but anyway, I was being chauffeured through the shopping centre in this cream convertible Bentley. And then I saw Father Christmas run past. So I said, stop. So I jumped out the car and started running to find him because he just like ran off. And he had this like old dark red suit on. And I managed to find him. He was on like a little swinging bench thing round the corner. And I sat beside him and I don't know. And then that was probably about it really. But I don't remember getting a present. So I was quite disappointed when I woke up.
Right. I've been listening to that. Okay. So what I feel that dream's about, everything's been a bit much the same at the moment, bit vanilla, bit too cream colour, right? And you've mentioned twice that you saw the red seat, red Father Christmas. So are you feeling that maybe that's an opportunity, or there's something you're missing out on, or maybe you feel that there's something you haven't dealt with, like, because red is sort of about anger, isn't it? So maybe there's something you feel you haven't dealt with, or go back and reread it and see what you feel. And are there any other things that you need to add to it? Can you go with any of that?
I think for me the cream is like calm. I feel there's a lot of calm.
Right.
Everything seems to have settled in my life now. So if there's a lot of calm, and the red, maybe there is a couple of things that still need to be addressed.
Oh,
but
dealt with. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I can't
but you get the gist of what I'm maybe.
And I want that present.
You never know.
Oh, the Christmas present.
Yeah.
Maybe you're missing out on the present.
That's only that's only a thought about what it could be. I'm just giving you a suggestion from what I just heard.
That's really honestly does make a lot of sense.
I wonder what the significance with the car is. Because you're specific on the car, aren't you? You say it's a Bentley.
It's very sort of grand, lots of grandeur, and it's this beautiful cream-coloured Bentley convertible with red seats, and I just, I've been chauffeured,
But like you said just now, that like everything's like good in your life and everything's settled and all of this. Maybe there's a couple of things that aren't. and that are annoying you. Because
Yeah,
red is
I
that
think that's
colour,
right.
isn't it? But red can also be about not feeling secure in money, secure in what, because it's the base chakra, right? Which is red. And base chakra is all about, feeling secure in yourself, secure in your life, that kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, you are secure, aren't you? But
Mm.
maybe there's just something that's sort of slightly bugging you, or
Yeah,
something that you need to deal with, or I don't know. Like I say, it's not a definite; it's just a possible.
yeah. Or I just need someone to give me a present.
Bentley.
Bentley, preferably, yeah. Preferably.
I'll get you a little model of a little Bentley.
Maybe an unexpected surprise is coming my way or something.
So next time we see you, we'll be rolling out in a Bentley.
Oh,
as
yeah.
part of Christmas.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Wow. Okay.
You never know.
Yeah, unless
No.
see, also the base chakra is about feeling grounded.
I feel
as well.
very grounded at the moment.
Yeah.
I do feel
So
very,
that's
yeah,
good.
good. I'm good
That's
at,
good.
yeah, it feels good at the moment.
Yeah,
Excellent.
that's good.
That's good.
So,
Then.
unless it's telling you something else. So
Well, that's another story.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just
I've got to be good this year so I get a present from Santa.
Yeah. Hi, Gemma. Welcome.
Hi, Gemma.
Now, do you know what, Gemma? I'm exactly the same. I don't remember any of my dreams this week at all. So
You addressed morning, woke up 25 minutes past the hour, but Jenny addressed this, which I was shocked about and very positive, so I like it.
Take it. So I'll take it, she says.
Gemma, was that me that replied to that message about the number 25? I think it might have been.
Yeah.
I think we spoke and I said to you, number 25 represents something. Hi, Luke. Welcome.
Hi,
welcome, mate.
I can have a look for you if
Just
you
have
want.
a quick look for me. Hi, South Coast Ghost. Hi, Ben.
Wrong
Okay.
Ben.
We're going to Ellie Benji Bobs.
Oh, thank you, Bob. Hello, Benji Bob.
Welcome to Monday night.
I just remembered I was supposed to
Right.
take. I went to see Ben on Saturday before the event.
Yeah.
Because he just moved home. So I went down to see Ben Bob, and he said to me about an hour or so ago, text me before you go on the live because I want to listen. And I was like, yeah, but I got head like a sieve and I forgot to text him. So I do apologise, Ben. But
There you go. Public apology. There you go. You can't ask more than that.
Right, Gemma, if you're listening, 25 in my angel number book says, have faith that your life is changing for the best. You and your loved ones are safe and protected throughout these changes. Very lovely there.
Good number.
Okay.
Nice
I'll leave
number.
that there for you, Paul.
Okay.
So I'm still listening. I'm going to be sitting over the other side of the room.
So what we're going to do is whiz to the other side and Luke, are you there? Are you with us, Luke? That's better.
Yeah.
That's better. We want to see a smile, not a stern face.
Has anyone else got any dreams they want to
That's
share?
what we're doing. We're trying to go across.
Okay.
So go on then, Luke. Tell us about your dream, mate.
I had one last night. It was a bit strange. I was going to school, but I was 30. Like secondary school.
That's a bad
Right.
dream. That's a bad dream. That's a nightmare.
I said, why am I going to school? I'm 34.
That was it, was it?
I don't know, but I couldn't be asked to go. I was late, and I can't be asked. I'm 30 years old. I need to go to school. Don't know what it was. Weird it was.
Yeah, maybe you feel like there's stuff that you need to look back on and maybe relearn.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something you need to relearn, revisit.
Yeah.
Maybe. Is there something that you wanted to do? Study something, do something. Maybe it's a reminder to do, not about going back to school, about learning. Yeah.
I think
Good shout, Cheryl. Welcome, Cheryl. Sorry, didn't see you there.
Yeah, I think it's learning about yourself. actually.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you're on a learning journey, which you
Yeah.
probably are, aren't you?
Yeah.
So maybe that's what that relates to, possibly.
Yeah.
And is that it? That was just the end of your journey, was it?
That's the only dream I remember.
Okay.
This is last
Paula?
night.
How is
Oh,
it in
me?
the Antarctic? Yeah, is it good
Oh,
up there?
Arctic.
Yeah,
nice
how's
and
it good
warm.
up there?
Nice and warm here. No,
Did you,
I had two dreams. It's weird dreams I have sometimes. The first one I had was I was supposed to go on holiday, right? Originally it was I've been on holiday originally. I left my bags because we was going to go back. Then my mother-in-law and me was going to go back there, so I left my bags in the place we were going. Somewhere abroad, I believe it might be France because we always used to go to France. You know what I mean? It's France where she comes from anyway. We used to visit. And then I remember it was weird because I remember sitting across by this. I was by the counter, sorting my stuff out, and thought, right, yeah, I've got to go away, and everything else. I was trying to. She said, "Oh, have you sorted your ticket out?" I said, "No." I said, "I'm going to do it now on this cash desk, basically." And she went, "Oh, I've done mine ages ago. You should have done yours now." Blah blah blah. And I said, "Okay." I said, "Look, it doesn't matter. So we're going to be going away now." And then I realised when I tried to pay, that I couldn't have it the same time as her to go away. It was going to be an hour later, so she wasn't happy with me. I was going to go an hour later, and then I realised I didn't have a passport because the passport was left at the other place. Why would it be left at the place if you're going to come back through France? Do you know what I mean? So it was weird. And then I went to get my card out, and it was cut up.
oh,
Do you know what I feel about that? Sorry, Paul, am I shouting
That's
you
right.
in? I feel you're being too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
I feel you're going over stuff that maybe you should just let go. You know, maybe you're criticizing yourself in some
I think
way.
so. I have a lot of past comes up sometimes, like with my ex as well. I have a lot of past like that comes up at times. I think with my children as well. Sometimes I have dreams like that.
do you
And
think
I've
cutting up your card means cutting off your ties?
Because I do cord
probably,
cutting, you know, I do cord cutting.
yeah,
Cutting
But,
ties,
yeah.
maybe.
yeah,
That's
no.
why they showed you cutting the card up. It may
Yeah.
be that you need to cut your
Yeah.
ties or cut something
Yeah.
so you're distancing yourself
Yeah,
away.
and you know,
Maybe
like
something
the
like
thing,
that.
the familiar things, maybe they're reminding you of something from the past.
I think there is because I know, look, my daughter, we cut ties, which I wasn't happy about.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that does come back all the time in my
Yeah,
mind.
definitely.
Thinking,
That would
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean,
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
would
want to do. Do you know what I mean? But it brings back
Sure.
sometimes. It comes
course.
in your head all the time, and you think, oh, do you know what I mean? I wish I could see her, but it's her
Yeah,
decision.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you know what I mean? So
Yeah, so that could be about cutting
Yeah.
ties. Maybe
yeah,
they're telling you to finally let go and
Yeah,
carry on with
yeah.
your life and not just keep
yeah,
looking back. To
yeah.
keep with,
True.
I think
true.
people call it wishful thinking. I do because I lost
Yeah.
ties. Well,
Yeah.
my sons don't want to know me,
Yeah.
but you know I miss them. But I
Yeah.
have to move on with my life. You know, this is what Jen's taught me.
Mm.
You have to
Yeah.
let that be. You know, they're
Yeah.
adults. They'll
Yeah.
know
True.
to come
Yeah.
back. This is
Yeah.
what Jen's taught me. They're adults. You know, they
Yes.
have their own life now, their own
Yeah.
journey, and maybe one day they'll come to me, contact me, or
Yeah.
Well, you
whatever.
do have some sort of contact with them, don't
Occasionally,
you?
yeah.
Not much.
So maybe
Yeah.
it's about like that. Maybe cutting once and for all, cutting up your card, cutting your cord,
Yeah.
and that's enough. You know,
Yeah.
to be. There might be some sort of maybe gap in your life that you
Mm.
just if you cut that gap will be filled.
Yeah.
Maybe
Probably right. Yeah.
it's something like that. I think myself. I don't
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
whether
honestly,
that's right or
you should
wrong.
give me
but-
a text. Give me a text, and maybe I can help.
You do. I'll get a number of Angela.
Yeah.
We just answer Luke's question.
Luke's put a message up.
Yeah.
Should we do this one then?
Yeah, do Luke's.
Shall I read it out? I had one last night about just running and running down a long corridor, no lights, windows or exits, just one door at the end that got further and further away, no matter how fast I ran.
I feel. Do you know what I feel with that? Is that you're trapped
Yeah,
and you can't see a way out
yeah,
because there's no windows or doors. or the door's traveling further away. You just seem to be trapped in this corridor and not a way out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Panicking.
Sorry.
Panicking.
Yeah, because there's no way out. You're in this long dark corridor, and because there's no windows or doors or whatever, the door's very, very far away down the end, and it's like you're running, but you're getting nowhere, isn't it? That type of feeling, and there's no way out, so you feel trapped. I don't know, Luca, whether that's how you feel at the moment. You know, you can't see a way out of what's going on at the moment, but I'm sure, you know, Spirit will come, ask them for help, and I'm sure Spirit will come and,
Good idea.
you know, and help you, show you a way out.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
So I think
yeah.
spirit. Sometimes we need these experiences, and everybody on here has had various experiences, you know. And you really sometimes we need to call Spirit and say, "I need help. Can you help me?" If you think about what we do, you know, we do a lot for Spirit, don't we? And like when I had the heart attack, you know, when I was laying on the operating theatre, and I was saying to them, "I've done loads for you. Now, can you come and help me?" You know, I do readings and I do all this for you. Why can't you just come and help me this time? You know, and sometimes we got asked out, haven't we? And they will come.
About
they
asking,
will come.
Right? They're not actually. It's like a spiritual law. They're not allowed to help you unless you ask. So you have to put those thoughts and the feelings up to Spirit or up to the angels, up to your loved ones, right? So that they can help you. So you have to put it out there in order for them to help. You know, what I want to say to you, Luke, also is, you know, Spirit can speak to us through signs, through numbers, and all of that kind of thing.
Dreams.
So look out, dreams, look out for the signs, look out for the numbers. And if you Google them, what does the spiritual meaning of, I don't know, say a bird, for instance, and Dora knows all about birds, don't you, Dora? Because that's one of the signs that Dora gets, right? What's the spiritual meaning of whatever it is? Blackbird, I don't know, anything. And look it up and it gives you a meaning. Same with the numbers. And each number has a significance. So that's how Spirit can speak to us.
Does Jenny do readings?
Yeah, of course I do.
Yes, she does, Gemma. Yeah, she does lots of readings and lots of very busy readings. Also, you've got to remember, once you go off to sleep, that you're already projected up onto the astral plane, so you're much closer to your loved ones or spirit. So a lot of times that's when you receive healing, is when you're asleep, because that's the time that they get through that veil or get through that bridge, that gap, whatever, to come close to you, because you're already out into the universe, aren't you, with your dream? And that's how they can connect with you.
Oh, right. Crows. Yeah, Dora can go with crows. 13 have been a major thing I've noticed recently. Okay.
So crows and 13 have been a major thing. I've noticed a lot recently.
Yeah.
So there must be a significant in crow and 13 for Luke. There may be some sort of message about him feeling trapped, maybe. You know, and these, it's you know, you've got to look for these little signs. You know, you're all very spiritual anyway, and you know to look for numbers. You know, birds. You know, whenever I see a robin, I think it's a message from a mum.
Yeah, of course it is.
You know, it's a message from Spirit, isn't it? A robin.
Yeah.
And I always say, if I say it, because you do know it's from Spirit, because you get close and they're still there. They don't fly off. And I always say, okay, hi, mum, what's the message? And I don't always get an answer, but I know it's a message from Spirit.
You say you don't get an answer. You might not actually hear an answer, but they might then make you see certain numbers or, you know, another sign. You know, anything that you see that you feel is significant. Butterflies, rainbows.
Generally,
you know,
if I see a robin, and when I go into work, a few hours later, we have an estimator come in to do body work, and his name's Robin, but we don't see him that often.
Well,
and he'll always come up to me the same time that I'd seen the bird. And I think, well, how strange is that? You know, seeing a robin this morning on my way to work, and then robins coming to work. So I sort of think, oh, okay, so there is a message there.
So maybe something that person says to you
means something.
Yeah. Exactly. So, you know, you got to piece the bits together a little bit, but, you know,
I have a crow in the morning. and things.
Okay. Ah. Right, I'll have a look in a minute. But
That's
in
interesting.
here, yeah, 13. That see, you may not relate to some of this, okay? But ascended masters ask you to stay positive and give them any fears or doubts that they can heal and transmute. This number also means the sacred feminine, the goddess, and the intuitive side. So maybe it's asking you to use your intuitive side in order to like look into what's bothering you, yeah. As there are 13 moon cycles in the year.
Or they're
Right.
asking you to look at something.
That's what I mean.
You know, they're giving you a hint. It's like and we all do readings and all of that type of stuff, don't we? And when you give a reading, you get the message. It's like putting a puzzle together, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying.
You know, they don't. You hear them, but you have to put that puzzle together. So they don't help you. They just say, "Well, here's the information. You put it together, and you work that out." So it's like a jigsaw puzzle.
It means to you.
It's an individual meaning, isn't it? You know, a crow wouldn't mean nothing to me, but a robin does. So it can be that different. Right, Dora, how did you get on?
Yeah. I had one dream over last week, or I remember one. And the only thing I remember of it, I was standing in the middle of the swimming pool.
Middle of a swimming pool?
Yeah,
With water or empty?
with water.
With clothes on or swimming costume?
Just swimming costume.
Or
No clothes.
There you go, Luke. That's it. Oh, you're right there, Luke. We've got to get into that dream.
Yeah.
Was you on your own? Was you on your own? Nobody there? Nobody in the
Yeah.
swimming pool at all?
Are you
Nobody.
above the water or under the water, Dora?
Water just was up to my waist,
Are
belly.
you standing there?
Yeah,
Weird.
That's strange, isn't it?
yeah, the water was clear.
What do you think that means, Dora? Do you have an idea? Do you think
Well, I don't know. Don't know which way to go because I was standing in the middle.
You know what's come to me is whether your cup's half empty or half full, because it's halfway up your waist.
Yeah,
Does that mean that you're halfway through making a decision, or
maybe.
I don't know? That's very strange, isn't it? To be in water.
Do you like swimming? Are you a good swimmer?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
And there's nobody else with you, just on your own in the
no,
Do you
on
reckon
my
it's a
own.
swimming pool, or it's just in the water?
No, just normal swimming pool.
Anybody got any ideas? I'm not sure about that, but that's very odd, isn't it?
I'm
Yeah.
thinking maybe sort of like some sort of abandonment.
Hmm.
You know, where you're left on your own, quite vulnerable.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not that great at interpreting dreams. So
Dora, I'll speak
Don't
to you
know.
later about it.
Do you know what it is? Then?
No,
All right.
but I can think about it.
Yeah.
do you know
Pass them
how
up.
you got there? Did you just go swimming with everybody and then?
I don't know. I just remember that bit. I know this dream was longer and was more stuff in it, but the only thing I remember is that.
Hmm.
Just
Well, how old? Sorry.
No, go on.
No, I was going to say, is it now like you are now, or a child, or it's
Now.
as you are now?
No.
Okay.
I'm wondering whether it's significant to say that your cup's half empty or half full. It's
Could
something not quite, because it's up to your waist, meaning it's got to be halfway up.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
So I'm wondering.
Yeah,
whether
but
it's
then
halfway between. Something.
usually if I was dreaming about water, it was always dark. And I think I remember that bit because this one was just clear. I could see my feet.
So it's just totally clear water.
Yeah. I could see the blue tiles in the swimming pool.
It's the first time you dreamt this, is it? Or you dream it over and over again?
First time.
First time.
I guess clear water must mean something.
Yeah.
Clear mind, isn't it? Clear
Well,
something.
pink
Isn't it?
hectic. The Doris, I
Yeah.
think it says you are lost and need to relax, like you're tense or something.
Mm.
Can you,
Maybe.
water can mean lots of things.
Yeah, water's about emotions.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
That's a good answer, but
Yeah.
lots of people relate swimming with relaxation.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
true.
But yeah,
That's
water,
true, isn't
water
it? Yeah.
is about your emotions as well. So
Unless you're stressed, like you say, you're stressed or worried about
Yeah.
something, you need to relax. Maybe it's trying to tell you that.
mm,
A bit of time for yourself because you don't give time for yourself. So maybe you need to do that. Maybe it's trying to tell you something like that.
Maybe it's telling you to fill up the swimming pool because it's half empty.
Yeah.
You thought of that.
yeah, nice hot day. Yeah.
We're getting there. Till we just get in. We'll
It's
have to think
true.
about that one, Dora.
Yeah.
And come back. So I think last but least, Angela.
Yay.
Right, I had at least one dream every night this week.
Wow.
Which Written like pages of it down.
Have you? Well done, you.
If we went through it all, we'd be here
Get some popcorn.
But yeah, I'll just tell you the one which, because I can probably work out what they mean, like from various bits.
Sure.
But this one is really kind of ridiculous, and I don't understand this. But I was trying to sell a cloth, just a little piece of cloth, via my brother who works at cash converters. But for some reason, the cloth wasn't working how it was supposed to work. I don't know how a cloth can malfunction, but it did. And apparently the girl in the shop was showing me what happens with it or what doesn't happen with it. So I asked my brother if he could give me one more week to see if he could sell it. If not, I take it back and try to sell it myself. And then before that, Nigel was trying to help me sell a piece of foil or a little piece of metal. I don't know.
Ooh, a
Yeah.
piece of cloth must mean something.
Yeah, or maybe you're concentrating too much on the smaller things in life, and you should just be seeing the bigger picture.
Okay.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just a suggestion. I'm not saying that it's right, but just a suggestion. You know, you keep talking about small things which are kind of like irrelevant, if you like.
Yeah.
Mm.
But the foil could be something about you reflecting
Yeah.
about something,
Yeah.
like reminiscing of reflecting about something. Through the foils is your reflection. Maybe you're reflecting on something, not, I don't know. It's a strange.
I mean, it's better than me.
It's a very strange. No chance for that. So maybe the foil is something about reflection.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The other one.
Could it be that you need to sell something, or you need to sell
I've got
things, or
thousands of things to sell, but they're a bit more useful than cloth and foil.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because it's like you're looking at the minutiae of life rather than the bigger things.
Unless the cloth is part of a bigger thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe it's like a patchwork quilt, where the cloth is the beginning of something bigger. Maybe that's. I don't know whether that.
Well, some really good stuff there from Paul.
Some real good dreams there. Nobody's dreamt about us then. No.
Sorry.
Yeah, was in
Don't
my
answer
dream.
that, Luke. Luke, do not answer that.
I always have a ghost hunting dream before the event, so I think I did. Yeah, and do you know, most of the time I dream about ghost hunting. I don't know why. It's bad. I've always got this like amazing location with this amazing, you know, like old mansion or something like that, and then I wake up and I think, oh my God, wasn't that a good event? And I'm like, oh no, it's a dream. Well, that's a great venue. I want to go back there. Yeah.
I misspot that.
What was the last comment, Angela?
Overworked.
Oh, right.
Clock might represent time.
It's cloth,
No, it was cloth, not clock.
Yeah, he's got that wrong.
Yeah,
rag or something like that.
Maybe telling you not to waste time. Well,
it's still a good answer.
Yeah, and selling ideas because maybe you're giving too much time away. Yeah, but yeah, that would if it was clock, it would have been.
Oh, you'll be right. Yeah.
But do you think it could be something to do with selling your stuff again, Angela? The dream?
I don't know. I've got so much stuff I need to sell.
Mm.
And a lot of it I don't know what to do with.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe you need some help.
Well, as I say, maybe are you stressed about it, the stuff and everything else? Were you stressed about this cloth at all in your dream, trying to get rid of it?
Only that I couldn't sell it and it didn't
Yeah,
work.
but maybe that's might be something what it is. Maybe because you've
Yeah,
got so much
could
stuff
be.
you want to get rid of, and you get frustrated because you
Mm.
can't do it there and then. Maybe it's something like that. It's in your mind because you want to get rid of the stuff and you can't get rid of the stuff straight
Yeah.
away,
Mm.
isn't it? It's
Could
like having a
be,
bit of
yeah,
baggage, but
yeah.
it's not baggage. If you get what I mean, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Mm.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
need to get it go.
Maybe
That's
the
what
small
I
bit
do.
of cloth is a part of something bigger,
Yeah.
and the foil is you reflecting on something.
Yeah.
Because
Some
if you hold the
evidence
foil,
of
it'd be a picture of you, wouldn't it? So it could be that you're reflecting.
Mm.
The foil is something about you reflecting on,
Mm.
and the cloth
Yeah.
is a smaller part of a bigger thing. I don't know.
Mm.
So
Mm.
strange
Yeah.
dream.
Well,
There's other
Yeah.
dreams.
if you wrote
like
it down though.
Yeah, boxes and clutter and not knowing where to go and
Yeah, maybe you just don't know which direction
it's
to head in.
loads of different things.
Yeah, Angela, maybe
Yeah.
you don't know which direction to head in just
What to
yet.
start with first?
No.
Are all your dreams very similar?
No, they're completely different, all random things.
Hmm.
It's not a sort of common thing, really. It's all over
Yeah.
the place.
I think Luke, you haven't had that dream because Luke's put on here. Haven't had that dream again about the fire in the house with me watching it. Luke spoke to me a long time ago about this dream that he'd had, but maybe it's because you're in this long corridor, you're trapped, and you just can't see outside of this corridor at the moment. You just got to believe that you will reach that door. If there's no windows, there's no way out. You've got to believe that it was always a way out, but you'd really got to just ask Spirit, give me a hand, give me a sign, show me something that I need to see or I need help. And I'm, obviously it's not instant, but things will start to change. Maybe you just feel trapped in it, like we said earlier, you're trapped in this corridor with no way of escaping, or that's how you feel. But actually, there is a way out. You just can't reach it yet, or you just can't see the sign. But the
Maybe
sign,
he have to start running in the dream and chasing, because the more you chase stuff, the more it runs away. So when you stop chasing it, the door will come close to you.
Yeah.
Or turn around and see why you're running.
yeah, that's a good. Yeah.
If it happens again, maybe try and think, oh, can I try and turn myself around?
And run the other direction, maybe.
Maybe you're running in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Like Julie said, turn around and look what's behind you. Maybe the exit's right behind you, but you just can't see it because you're looking the other way. Piece of the puzzle. Maybe the prophet sense something you need to give away, but you are afraid to let it go.
Yeah.
Adding to this idea that you can't sell it. That's a good answer.
True. Yeah, it's true.
That's a very good answer, that one. You can see in that, can't you? How that would relate to the cloth and the dream, really.
Yeah.
And like you said, you've got lots of things to sell, but it's just difficult at the time, isn't it? Finding the right people to buy it, finding the right situation when you've got enough time to do it. It all takes time in our busy days and our schedules, doesn't it?
Juggling that with your family life as well.
Yeah.
It all
not
takes
easy.
time.
Yeah.
So there we have it.
Right. So before we just move on to talking about the paranormal event, we had the grandchildren coming around really, really early, if you remember. Well, Paul woke up about 6 o'clock because he could hear a conversation between what he thought was Steph and the girls in the front room. Well, he's come in here. I'm saying it because I'm saving your voice.
Yeah.
He's come in here, and because he thought, well, that's a bit early, isn't it? She surely wouldn't be here at 6. So he's come in here. No one in here.
No one here.
And you know,
Wow.
Dora, you keep saying to me, every time you're on the phone to me, you can hear like an adult and children talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I came in that day as well when I thought, oh gosh, Steph's turned up and I've got to go back out again, right? And I could literally hear a woman and a child talking.
Wow.
So, but you know, our place is haunted anyway. So
But it was
Yeah.
a full blown conversation I heard.
yeah,
And when I looked at the time, it was 5:50, and I'm thinking, blimey, now that's a bit early to drop the kids off, but I'll just go and let them know I'm awake. And I came in here and I thought, there ain't
no one in
nobody in
here.
here. So I looked out the front of their bungalow to see if they were walking along the path. No one anywhere, but I know I heard a woman and children talking in here. I heard it.
Wow.
And that's what's because I'm a very light sleeper anyway. And I thought, God, they're here early.
Mm.
And I literally got up, expected to
Yeah.
see them here. No one here.
But like I say, I had the
Wow.
same experience
So
about a year ago.
it is quite
Yeah.
haunted here. We do have visitors.
Yeah.
Shame they don't pay the council tax, but there you go.
When I went around yours, I said I could feel someone standing behind the window and I looking in.
And we often stand in the kitchen looking out over the footpath. And you know when you get that person standing in the corner of your eye in your peripheral vision, we get that all the time.
Mm.
And you look up and obviously they're gone in that
Yeah.
split second, aren't
Yeah.
they? And then we often get that, and you know, we'd be sitting here and the lounge door will open a little bit, or various things happen during
You
the
see
evenings.
something just out the corner of your eye, don't you? And
Yeah.
I think it was last week, I was standing in the kitchen preparing something for dinner, and all of a sudden I've gone, oh, like that, because I thought I saw someone standing behind me.
Oh God.
It scares me even.
It's like the Bates Motel here. We have all sorts of people coming in and out of here. Anyway, thank you for that, Jenny.
That's all right. I just thought I'd mention that because it was
You
quite.
need to pay rent. That's what they need to do. Pay your
Yeah,
rent. And you have to pay for it,
exactly.
do they? It's not right, is it?
So, Saturday night, we went to Wymering Manor with Paranation, Ghost Hunts events. Good night, I think. Lots of different experiences people had. Obviously, Julia runs the Paranation Ghost Hunt event, so she can explain a little bit more about Wymering Manor. But I thought it was different, very, very different. You know, different activity. You know, when you spoke to people, people were having different things happen to them, which is brilliant because, you know, if all 25, 30 people had the same experience, you'd begin to wonder, did anybody really hear anything? But when you start to hear different accounts or different things that happen to people, then, you know, you realise you are in a very haunted place. So I'll go over to Julia. She just explain a little bit more about the event.
Yes, it was really good. There was a lot of people there that had been before, so everybody knew each other. Everybody was very comfortable with each other, which was just really nice to have see familiar faces and, you know, catch up with all our friends.
It was a nice vibe.
It was
Nice
lovely,
vibe,
wasn't it? And it was
yeah.
very relaxed and
Yes.
you know, Wymering has it has a couple of rules and that, but it didn't sort of like put any dampener on our experience at all. It was just with regards to people, how many people on each floor. It worked really well. We went into the front room to begin with, and Paul kept on saying that throughout the day he could hear Ellen. He kept on getting Ellen in his head, and I'll let Paul tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. And we got this lady through. Ellen, guys, I'm so tired. It's just trying to remember what happened. We then sort of like did a little bit in the foyer, which I think Paul earlier in the evening saw somebody on the stairs to the right. That had it was always a real weird feeling in the foyer, but an absolutely magnificent building. It is truly haunted, isn't it? It really is. And then we went up into the attic. We went up into the attic at the front of the building, and we got the activity sort of came and went when we were in that room. But we had a glass, because you're not allowed to use any boards there, but we had this glass and it would just like move like really fast, and we're like, oh, okay, so we managed to get that it was a child. Didn't really know what this child was trying to say to us, so we got the writing planchette out and we said, can you write your name? And it seemed to write Olive. I'll post some pictures up later. And we sort of turned the page over. Can you write something else? You know, how do you want us to help you? What are you looking for? And it wrote Mum. Absolutely amazing experience. And we kept on hearing some knocks in one of there's a cupboard there, which I think they used to use for something, which I won't say on a live. They used to use the room for something. But there was lots of knocks and things. Cat ball was going off, and I think that was probably one of my highlights of the evening. Then I went to join Luke, Paul, and Jen on the other side of the attic. But yeah, we ended up in the cellar at the end of the evening. But it was amazing. Had an absolutely amazing evening. Great to see everybody. Everybody went and did their own thing with their, different types of groups. I managed to jump in on as many people as I could, but yeah.
When we first got there, well, that afternoon before we went to the venue, I was sitting here at home, and we have Jen's granddaughter, or our granddaughter. Her name's Ella, and for some reason she said something. And I said, "Ellen, what are you doing?" And then I heard this voice in my head say, "That's my name, Ellen." And I said, "Jim, do we know an Ellen?" Or couldn't understand why I called Ella Ellen. So, and we were driving there that night, and I was thinking to myself, is it someone from the house that's trying to contact me? And the closer I got, the stronger the name got. My name's Ellen. My name's Ellen. I could hear it. And then as I walked in, we were obviously waiting for the guests to arrive. I sort of did a quick video in the daylight, like a lit vigil, sort of walk around, get some shots inside, because it's such a beautiful place inside. And as I just sort of came towards the staircase, and I saw a man standing on the staircase, and I sort of looked and then looked back, and he'd gone. But I definitely saw him standing there, which was
on the right side,
to the right, where there was no entry.
I saw him as well.
Did you? And he was there
first as I walked in.
Yeah, and then I was standing in the foyer, I think with Justin and William. We were standing there chatting, and all three of us heard, and they'll justify it, what sounded like someone coming down the stairs. And I think it was Justin or William saw the man standing on the stairs looking at us. But we heard someone coming down the stairs. And I said, was anybody up there? Thinking someone would go, yeah, sorry, it's just me moving. Because it's quite a creaky floorboards, and, it's quite creaky. So you've sort of got, try and work it out. Did someone come down the stairs? But Justin and William, I'll tell you, three of us stood there. We all looked at the stair and went, who was that? And there's footsteps coming down, and you could hear the stairs creaking, like someone was coming down the stairs. And 2 or 3 times I said, is there anybody up there? Is there anybody up there? What's going on? Can you just tell us you're up there or you're moving? That's fine. Once they do that, you think, right, that's debunked. Let's move on to the next bit. But Justin and William, we all stood there, and nobody was up there because nobody shouted out. Everybody was in their individual rooms, as the night went on, the Ellen got stronger and stronger until we did the circle. I can't think of it gone now. Was it pendulum? Human pendulum. When we started to do that, and then it was very good contact in the human pendulum. I think Paula was in the middle. So it was very good contact. And then I just heard her talk to me then. That's why I didn't join the circle, because sometimes you can join in and you can interrupt that circle. And that's why I was moving back and forth. When we was in the front room at the very beginning, she wanted me to go into the hallway, into the foyer. And I kept saying to you, I need to get out. Because you were on the table, weren't you, with the glass, the yes and no's, and which was a good contact. I felt that she wanted me to go out in the hallway for some reason. And I went out there on my own, but I couldn't really pick her up. it wasn't until we did the human pendulum is when I realised she was there. That's what she wanted. And the way I was feeling that she had poisoned someone, whether it would be an accident or something, but she had remorse for that. And that's why I think she came to me in the afternoon. Don't know why, from that distance away, I'm not sure. But Julia was in charge of the pendulum, and it was a good contact, wasn't it?
It was, and we used Paula as the pendulum, and we did sort of like work out from like yes or no answers that she did actually poison. She did actually poison. Was it children?
Children.
Was
Remember,
it
I got the name Rose. The little girl's
Yeah,
name was Rose,
yeah.
and she went yes. And I felt something really untoward had gone on, and then I heard the name Poison in my head. And I said, "Did you poison the children?" It was like a real strong yes, and then that sort of gave us a direction where we knew we were heading. So the contact of her with myself was very strong, very very strong, and also I don't, after that, I think did we go down the basement, Luke?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the basement when we was down there?
I think your throat got worse down there. I was a bit concerned about your
Lost my
throat.
voice, like my throat was being squeezed.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh God.
A bit
It's
concerned
like-
about you there. Yeah.
Luke kept saying, "Your voice is
Yeah.
gone. Your voice is gone. What's
Yeah.
wrong? What's wrong?" And to me, I think something bad happened in that cellar, basement, whatever you want to call it. And I think someone may have been strangled or hung. I literally just lost my voice, and it was like squeezing. No, Luke. I was
Yeah, it
trying,
was. Yeah.
and as soon as I walked out, it stopped. It's gone.
Yeah, you got
I
better.
went,
Yeah.
went back in and thought, what is going on in here? But we had a few taps and a few knocks and bits, didn't we, Luke? And
You did, yeah.
that was a very strange feeling. First time I'd had that type of feeling. I know I had a cough and a bit of a chest infection, but it actually like squeezed the wind out of me, whatever it was. And I came out. Then I think we went up to the attic. Is that right?
Down there.
Yeah, I take yeah.
Sorry, Julia?
Could have been that tall, dark. Sorry to interrupt. It could have been that tall, dark figure that we saw down there that me and Gemma
Yeah.
got a video of.
Yeah, quite
He could-
possible.
Don't forget about the hello.
I remember, was you there, Julian, when we heard the hello?
Yes, I
Yeah,
heard.
we all
hear
looked
that.
at each other, didn't we? Went, who was that?
Dora got something as well.
And we sort of said, did somebody just say hello, wasn't it? And it was really clear as well, wasn't it? Hello, sort of thing.
It almost sounded like a lady, and Nikki was standing opposite me, and I looked at Nikki, and everyone said, "Did you just hear a hello?" I said, "Yeah." I think it was Nikki, but I was looking at Nikki, and her lips didn't move, but and I thought that's really, strange, very, very strange.
Wiltshire Barons, but I had the same feeling of being choked at the Rifles Museum a couple of years ago. So obviously, whoever's there in the Rifles Museum maybe had killed someone by strangling them, or something like that. Generally, if
Or
that
hung,
happened,
could be hung.
yeah, maybe
It's
they
one of
committed
that throat.
murder and they were hung,
Yeah.
during the war for that crime, maybe, and that's why they, you tend to feel that, maybe this guy in the cellar murdered someone. I don't know,
Yeah.
by strangling them or some untoward. But I know what I felt, and I knew I had to get out. I said to Luke, "I've got to get out. I've got to go now," wasn't it? And I sort of struggled to get out because I knew my voice. I couldn't squeeze my voice out. That's a strange thing, but not panic.
That gentleman, Wiltshire Baron, he's joining us on a ghost hunt soon. I think it's
nice.
I think it's Shepton Manor. He's been with us before a few times.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the Monday Night Live, Wiltshire Baron. Welcome along.
Unusual name.
Yeah, tell us your name, your real name, not your alias, so we can.
It took me a while to figure out who it was, and I'm like, "Oh gosh, I know you. I know you. I do know you." Yes, yeah. So he'll be joining us. I think.
Paula, did you have any experiences, and Angela? Did you?
Well, when we did that pendulum, human pendulum, basically, I did have tingling through it made my heart race a bit, basically doing that. that last time I didn't have that last time.
Right.
But this time, basically, I had the tingling in my fingers like I usually get anyway. Like last time I did it, but I had the cold sensation. But then I felt my heart racing all the time. And I was trying to breathe. I had that sensation. I haven't had that before
I wonder if that's
because I was
something to do
relaxed.
with excitement, her exciting that we're communicating with her.
I don't know because I don't listen to what you're saying when you're
Mm.
talking and everything else. I relax and try to close my mind. That's what I do basically, so
Yeah,
that you can
yeah.
talk to her. So whatever she's doing. So, but this time I felt that my heart was racing. I don't know why it was racing, but I felt like racing. I was trying to breathe. That's what it felt like. It's weird.
The interesting bit of doing the pendulum is you don't actually remember the questions.
No, I don't.
No. And it's
No.
strange how you,
Yeah.
though you're right in the middle of the questions and someone's in front
Yeah.
of you, like Julia, giving the questions or what, yes, no
Yeah.
answers, whatever. But I've done it myself and I walked away and thought, never heard any of them questions. And for some reason, you just I
Zone
don't
out,
know.
don't you?
I think you do. I think they come, the spirit come that close because you know you get their mannerisms, like the excitement. Maybe she was excited to communicate. Someone was going to listen to her, so that's what you were
Yeah.
feeling. Her excitement, her heart racing because someone's going to
Yeah.
listen to me. Someone's actually I'm
Yeah.
connected with someone. You know, maybe that's what you were feeling. Her
Yeah.
mannerisms at that time. I
Yeah.
mean, a very
Yeah.
interesting human pendulum. I must admit, I was
Yeah.
impressed with the answers and some really good questions going in as well. You know, sometimes you run out of questions, but it was just right on it that night. It was good,
Mm.
very, very good. Angela, what did you get? You're wandering around with your camera. I saw you a few times and then lost you.
Yeah, I don't think I actually caught anything on camera apart from lots of dust. But we had a good table tipping session on the first floor.
All right.
It took a while for anything to get going, but it wasn't so much rocking. It was just sort of tipping right over and then sort of balancing and then falling.
Oh,
Usually I'm taller for some reason. And then
I was holding it up when I trying to hold it up. So much weight there was on that table.
Yeah.
I was like, don't go on the floor.
Yeah, even if you tried to sort of push it back up or pull it back up, it felt so heavy. It was like pushing down to the ground. It was strange.
Was it one
I
of the
can't
tables
remember.
there, or was it your own table?
It was our table,
All right, yeah,
the haunted table.
the
Yeah.
haunted table,
Yeah.
very famous one.
But I can't remember if we asked questions or if we got anything from it, or it was just
Right.
like to.
We tried to do yes and no, didn't we? But it wouldn't. We couldn't get that far. It wanted to throw it on the floor every time.
Yeah.
If it was fun just to throw it on the floor, it was like, no, keep it upright, please.
But isn't it strange how you can't remember what your questions you've asked?
Yeah, I've no idea.
Just
I don't know, William, he was very good at it in the attic. He was anything else trying to get going, wasn't he? Anything else? Because we tried to get going and it couldn't happen. But I know that with Justin, he had somebody behind him. He thought it was the girl. He was in the attic in the when you go up, not the room with the where you were, Julia, not in that room, basically with the horse and that rocking horse, not in that room. It's the next one up, the attic, where you've got two bits, haven't you? Yeah, you got one bit, haven't you, with a window, and everything else. There's a little table, I think, funny little table, square table there, and there's like a bit of beam through and everything else. Then you've got
that's
this
where
room.
the dolls are, isn't it?
I don't see any dolls in there.
Oh, we did.
Yeah,
There's some
I see
really
the dolls.
creepy dolls on the floor.
I didn't see them. I'm glad I didn't see that then.
Dolls on the
I
floor.
didn't see them.
Because we were in there, it was myself,
Ah,
Luke, Jenny, Dora, and it wasn't until Luke was leaning against the wall. I think I don't know, it was Stuart, was it the other guy?
Yeah.
With the Rem bear elephant. Sean, sorry, my mistake, Sean. And we were in there, and it wasn't until sort of Luke moved, and I said, "Oh, there's dolls on the floor."
guess what?
You
Sorry.
know, we said there's Luke sort of moved away from the wall a little bit. There's like a ring of dolls, wasn't there, just sitting on the floor?
Yeah.
Dolls sort of freaked me out, but I got this thing about dolls because their eyes
I
follow
don't
you,
like
don't
it.
they? They follow you. They follow you everywhere. It gives you that real paranoid feeling.
Well, it's weird because that middle room, because you've got that room, haven't you? When you walk in up the steps, and then you've got the middle room and you've got the end room. I know Justin and William were doing something in there, but we sort of accidentally interrupted them because we didn't know. So I was looking for Julia where she was, and I thought, where is she? Do you know what I mean? And I thought, oh, well, we went up there. And then we went in this room, and then Angela was with us as well. She was in this other room with her sister as well. And we got it going in the middle one, basically the table going. and it was a young girl that we was trying to communicate with. And we got out with, it was a girl in the end, because she didn't say male or female originally. And then we got a female in the end, and then she was rocking it back forward, and it was going really mad. William filmed that; it went really, really mad. And then when we went back into the other room, we were trying to get a bit of action in there. Justin thought the girl, his Angela's brother's girlfriend, we thought it was her because she was a bit sensitive that night. She was a bit jumpy. She was like, oh, like all the time. There's something happening. She said, oh, please don't turn the light on for me. She went on the torch. She said, oh, we've got to get it. I said, we've got to be quiet and see what's going to happen. I said to her, and she's like, oh. And so we turned it all off and everything else. But then Justin remembers that basically he thought the girl was behind him, stepping up the steps behind him. And he went, oh, but he went to move, and it wasn't her because she was too short. He thought originally thought it was William first, and then he thought, oh, that can't be right. It can't be William because he's too tall, but this person was too short. And he went past him, and he was like, and he looked like that, saying, "Who's gone past me?" type thing. So Justin saw somebody, but don't know who it was. Past him.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. So he was like, oh, it made him jump, didn't it? He was like, oh. But he thought it was somebody originally, when the people coming up the steps, because he was going to move out the way, but it wasn't. It was the person going past him. Do you know what I mean? He was like, oh. So yeah, and
we heard footsteps coming down the stairs. Myself, Justin, and William, when we were downstairs in the foyer. You know, and I said, you know, hello, anybody up there? You know, let us know that you're moving around, sort of thing. We never got. They'll tell you. Nobody ever said. And all three of us thought we saw some man standing at the top of them stairs.
Yeah.
But it was that quick. It says Wiltshire Barons put during an extensive private visit, it turned out to be a soldier from the Boer War. So quite possibly, yeah.
It's Gary.
Hi, Gary from Salisbury. Well,
and we also have Texas as well.
Sorry.
Hello from Cedar Park, Texas. Welcome. NSPCTV. Welcome to the Monday Night Live. Everybody's welcome. You know, we were talking about a paranormal night. We were with Paranation on Saturday night at Wymering Manor. So we're just going over the evidence of everybody's got. Luke, what was you getting in that room upstairs when we were all there?
I think we didn't get nothing at first. I was going to show the spirits how to use the REM pod. Then when I did that, the cat ball lit up right next to it.
Yeah.
But it seemed to respond to you. I think Julia came in at that time.
Yeah.
I think it responded to you rather than us. It seemed to be responding to your art questions, wasn't it? And I think Julia came in at that time then, didn't you, Julia?
Yeah, I came in. I was just doing a bit of a scout around to see what people were up to, and I thought, oh, someone's over there. Let me just go in, because everyone else was like going downstairs. So I went over to see what was going on, and I saw the cat ball going off in response to Luke's question. So that was really good.
Yeah.
And also, I found that night, even before when I parked up and I was trying to get my equipment out the car.
Oh, that's right.
I couldn't hold anything. Everything I touched, I dropped. And I was dropping absolutely, everything, tables, the board, everything I picked up, I was like dropping. And I think I was also upstairs, and I had my phone in my hand, and it just sort of like had the phone in my hand, and it's like it just went like that. That's when I just like throwing it out of my hand onto the floor.
It flew out your hand.
Yeah, just the same.
Yeah, I just holding it like that, and it just like went like that onto the floor, and I was like, that was picked up, bend down, pick it up, and everything. But that was happening to me all through the night. No matter what I picked up, it seemed to get thrown on the floor, and I was like, oh, okay. I couldn't pick anything up. Everything, even in the bedroom, everything had just kept on falling to the floor, and that happened to me also when I did the lamb. I think it might have been last year, where everything I was picking up would just was being thrown on the floor again. So I think you just got to go with it, haven't you? And
yeah.
It's not you. You just sort of think,
spirit playing with you or doing something, aren't they?
Yeah, somebody's messing about with me that night.
What about you, Dora? How did you get on that night? With no voice.
He's muted.
Sorry. I was there first time. I never been there before. So when I was driving, I was thinking how that will be that night. And as I start thinking about, I got all goosebumps all over me. And I knew it's a woman. And when I got there, I thought it's still light, so I have a walk around to have a look. And when I walk into that room where was two staircases,
Yeah,
I see men standing, like you said, on the right one,
yeah.
like on that bend,
That's it. Yeah,
just a black figure.
yeah. I
Yeah,
couldn't see any features. It was just a black silhouette of a man, quite a tall man.
yeah. And then the next one was I went outside to phone Sean about kids, how they are. And I thought, as I'm outside, I never do photos from outside. So I went to the side of the building where actually is the main entry.
Yeah,
So I stood there and I thought I do some photos, maybe I catch something. And soon as I put my phone up to make a photo, I heard no photographs and all in the man voice. And I thought like, who was that? And I thought someone maybe opened the window, but the windows are impossible to open because they all blanked with the
yeah.
like a plastic window from outside. So I saw someone on the road behind me because I just stood next to that gate on the back,
Oh, yeah.
but was no one on the road.
Oh,
It was after 10 o'clock, and I thought like that's not possible. I heard it like clear as day, and there was no one there. And when I walked back, there was 3 people sitting outside, and I said, "Is anyone went after me behind the building?" And they say no. They just see me walking from the gate on my phone behind the building to do some photos.
Did you have your voice recorder on at that time or just photos?
No, just photos.
Photos. How interesting. And did it sound like it was next to you, behind you, in front of you, from a
On
distance?
front, on the corner of the building.
How interesting. And it was a male voice?
Male, yeah.
wow.
And did you hear it again any other time during the night?
No. And the part I liked when we went to that room where the staircases was, we sat on that table.
Yes.
And soon as I sat down, I knew someone sitting opposite
Someone
me.
there, wasn't there? Yeah.
Yeah.
We said it was someone sitting in a chair by the door, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a man called Jeremy, you know.
Yeah. It's strange that, we kept seeing these corner of your eye figures that keep turning up in these sorts of places. I as I came through and I was just doing like a lit video, so because I want to get into video editing and all, doing that so we can put it together as a presentation for all of us or for Paranation, whatever it may be. So I'm doing all these bits so I can work out how to put it all together in one unit. And I know he was there because I saw him, because I actually looked and then looked back again, thinking it was somebody on the staircase. And when I looked back again, I thought, oh, there's nobody there. But I knew there was nobody in that part of the house because obviously they were all outside having a smoke and some were in the base room. So I knew there was only me in that area. But I saw that black shadow on that staircase.
Yeah.
And I thought it may have been the guy that was in charge. And I sort of walked past the video and I tapped on the door where he was sitting. I said, "Oh, have you just been out?" He said, No, I've been here all the time. So then I knew I must have seen
Yeah,
something.
but
It's not.
that staircase is cut off the public, you know. It says not to entry.
That's right. I had a tape
Because it's so weak. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought
And also, yeah.
very interesting. I thought it was a very interesting night all round, really. There was some good things on the whiteboard. I saw them because obviously me and Jen had to shoot early because we had the grandchildren the following morning. But I made a point of reading the whiteboard. So there was some good contacts all round from people. Good things going on, table tipping and cat balls going off. And, it's very, very good event. I like that. First time I'd been to Wymering. So I thought it was a very, very good night.
Very atmospheric, isn't it? Especially the foyer. It's very atmospheric, and it just gives you that feeling as soon as you go in there. It's got yeah, it's really sort of, I don't know, for me, I feel very sort of heavy, and it's just got that atmosphere, that very dense atmosphere about it, isn't it?
Oh wow!
Oh,
Oh, that's right. You did, yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
good shout, Gemma. Yeah, because I saw that.
I tagged
It
Paul in
looks
that
like a
one.
shadow on the staircase. Gemma took a picture. If you have a look on the
I
chat,
saw-
it
yeah, I've
looks like a
seen it on the chat,
shadow
yeah.
on the staircase.
oh wow.
And I think, it just shows you, you just got to keep taking pictures, haven't you? Because you just never know what will turn up in them pictures. If you can, you take 3 short snaps at the same time, so you've got something to compare in that shot, and then 3 shots. Half the time you just delete them, don't you? Because there's nothing. But at one time you'll take it, and when you look back at it, you don't always see it on the night. But when you look back a few days later, when you're a bit rested, and you look at it, you think, "What on earth is that? What on earth is this? Well, I never remember seeing that." And it's like, and you often get that, Julie, don't you? You get pictures and you say, "Look at this" or "Look at that," but you wouldn't have seen that on the night.
Yeah, I always say, just take lots of photos, take lots of videos, because you might not, and I think, you might not see it with your eyes. And I think the phones or cameras can capture things that we just brush off, or don't believe that we see. So, but when you've actually got a photograph of what you believe could be something ghostly, and you share it about it, it's amazing. And I think Rachel, she came with Sandra at the weekend, and she took a photo from the outside, and you can clearly see someone there. You can see the hands and through a window.
That's
She
right,
got
yeah.
a very, very good photo. Very good photo.
And you just don't know when you're taking it what will appear in that photo. Like Julia said, the cameras and phones are so good now these days. They can capture these images more so than you buy. I have a video camera because I like to try and put videos together. But half the time with your phone camera, it's amazing because they're so good now. Even in dull light, night light, whatever, night vision, you can switch them to all sorts of different lights, and you just don't know what you're going to pick up. You may go a whole evening and get nothing. You may go a whole evening and get some amazing shots. You think, oh my God, where I never saw that in the night. And lots of people say, well, I looked at that window, didn't see anything. But when you look at the photo, it's because it's there, and that
We
photo.
try
Sorry?
we try do the selfie in the basement, isn't it?
Yeah. We took a selfie behind us to see whether we could
That's
pick up.
another good one. Yeah, take one of behind you.
Yeah.
Just a big selfie, but slightly over your shoulder. Yes,
Well, me and
that's
Dora
also
done
good.
that in a location. We took a selfie, and the
Yeah.
first picture there was nothing. The second picture was a face between us, wasn't it? Remember? Yeah. And I remember, Julia always says, "Oh, take one from behind, take one from here, take one from," because spirit are always there. They're never far away.
You've just got to find them. You've just got
Yeah.
to, and that one photo, you might just catch them. You
Yeah.
might just catch them.
And
We went down into the cellar at the end of the evening, and Sean, who was a newbie that came,
Gemma says, "I get so much from photos." Absolutely, Gemma. Absolutely.
And we went down into the basement. There was a few of us, and newbie Sean was there as well. And he had this like elephant REM pod.
Oh
He
yeah.
put it on the table, and it wasn't really doing anything. Then it started to go off. All these lights around its ears started to go off. So I put a battery in my REM pod pink teddy bear, and I thought, oh, great opportunity, get the bear to go as well. Put my pink teddy bear next to his blue elephant, and his elephant was all like, singing and dancing. All these lights were going off on it. My teddy bear, nothing. And I had my new REM pod as well, nothing.
You're right, it is very bright.
Strange, isn't it?
Nothing. But this elephant was going off, and then it wouldn't go off. Then we were saying, can you light the blue light, or could you light the pink light on the elephant? And it was amazing. It was really, really good. So if anyone wants a REM pod elephant, that was a really good piece of equipment. Thoroughly recommend that one.
But
Pink teddy bear, no, nothing.
we had the
No.
catball going off right next to the REM pod upstairs in the attic, didn't we, Luke? But the catball was going off, but the REM pod didn't.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
and they were right on top of each other. So you think if one was going, the other one would go, wouldn't you?
It
Just
was, yeah.
strange. That's a difficult thing to work out why it's doing on one and not the other. You think they're being in close proximity to each other, that what would be affecting one would affect another one, or it could be that they're working on different types of frequency. The elephant to the bear to the REM pod. You don't know. You know, maybe spirit were on that frequency at that time on the bear and not affect, or the elephant and not affect the bear. Same as us on the cat ball, but not the REM pod. Because
Yeah.
we checked the REM pod a few times, didn't we, Luke, to make
It
sure
did, yeah.
it was actually functioning, because the ball
It
was
was.
flashing,
Yeah.
you know, to command, but yet the REM pod wasn't going off.
No.
So
We had some growls as well down in the cellar.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, there was a few of us down there. This is right at the end of the evening, and we heard some growls down there. So yeah, it was just one of those. I think it's going to take a few days to process, but yeah, you're just like thinking of things. Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there was lots of activity. You know, I don't think I really got that much. But when you go away and you have a good sleep and you wake up, you're like, oh, that happened. Oh yeah, that happened. You know, it's
And then people start dropping photos on there, and that sort of, oh, I remember, I was there with them in there. We got that. It's until you start to get these familiar things dropping in, you suddenly start to remember, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, they did tell me about that. They wrote it on the whiteboard, or they did, you know, that or this and that. So, anybody got anything else?
I was gonna say, William got somebody hold his hand in downstairs. You know where the step that you said about that staircase?
Yeah.
Justin, there was chairs, weren't there, over in that corner? But I think
That's
there might have been
right.
a fireplace that might have been there probably. It's
Yeah.
right by that door over in the corner on the right hand side. William sat there. They closed their eyes actually, so they went to sleep for a little while. So William went to sleep over that side, and Justin went to sleep over that side. They were so relaxed and chilled on everything else. And then William said he was laying, it's just sitting there, closed his eyes, and he said he felt somebody hold his hand.
Oh, nice.
And he went, oh, all right, mate. That's what he said, something like usually says that all the time. He always makes me laugh when he says that. And he was like, oh, he felt the tingling through his hands and everything else. So yeah, he felt some. Oh, hang on, I think he's coming now. Hang on.
They
Let me see if he's coming down.
They didn't tell you about how I scared them.
It didn't scare you, did it, William?
No. Did they tell you how I scared them?
Oh no, he did tell me how you scared him.
Really funny. I was sitting in the corner. I was sitting in the corner of the chair by the fire, and obviously it's pitch black. And Justin and William come sneaking down the stairs really quietly.
Oh.
And I was sitting there looking at them, and they hadn't seen me. And they were talking about where they're going to go. And they went, "What are you two? Oh my God, what are you doing sitting there?" They hadn't actually seen me. Literally, I was sitting in the chair right opposite them.
Oh my God.
And when you're so focused on doing stuff, you don't actually realise someone is sitting there. They'll tell you that because I was sitting in a chair in the corner.
Yeah, he's here, but I think William's here, but he has got no top on. See, that's why he won't come on. He's been ready for bed if it else, but bless him.
Hold a cushion up or something. Hold a cushion up.
Yeah, hold a cushion up. So they want to talk to you. Yeah, come on, come and talk to them. They want to talk to you.
Get down.
He's gonna grab his shirt.
Okay.
He's gonna grab his shirt and come on quick.
But for my first time there, you know, I was very impressed with it.
Yeah, so me, I've never been there before either.
Yeah.
So I was really amazed.
But it's in a strange location, isn't it?
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe coming into a housing estate, it would be this manor house.
Well, it's weird, really, because it's not where I thought it was. Because me and Bonnie took Justin into somebody else's property originally. Because I knew it's roughly there somewhere, because I'm only living up the road. But it was funny because I saw this house and thought, yeah, that looks right. Got the white bit with stone and all this, lot of the bushes. And it had similar car to yours, Julia, right? And it wasn't your number plate, but I only went in there and just went, I think this property's been actually somebody's property. I said, no, I don't think so. And I nearly went in there.
Oh, funny. Imagine that. Well, hello, for ghost hunt.
Yeah, but Justin said, imagine they was waiting for somebody because they had spirits. Do you know what I mean? They was waiting for somebody to come in to get rid of the spirits or something. That would be really funny because then we could have gone, oh, yeah, we'll come in and do it.
We're just going to another one round the corner to do as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll push you on to William. Hang on.
Okay.
Here you go. Sit here.
Hi, William. How are you?
Hi, William.
You
How are
okay?
you?
Yeah, good, thank you. What was your take on Saturday night at Wymering then?
Yeah, very good. Very good. Very
Do you remember I was sitting in the corner when you and your dad came down the stairs?
good. Yeah.
And you hadn't seen me, had you?
Yeah. Very good. Yeah.
That was funny, that was. I thought they
Yeah.
hadn't seen me. They don't even
No.
know I'm here. You were so concentrated on where you were going next.
Yeah.
You come down the stairs really quietly and really nicely, and I thought I won't say anything until they've actually settled at the bottom of the stairs, just in case you make you jump and you trip down the stairs or something. And that's why I said to you, "Where are you two going?"
You just came out.
But William, do you remember when we were standing in that hallway by the main door and the staircases? We heard like someone
Yeah.
coming down the stairs, and we all thought we saw someone on that landing, didn't we? Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And we kept shouting out, "Is anybody up there? You know, anybody moving around?" We never got an
Oh,
answer.
yeah. It made me think because then everyone was in.
Drop your hand, mate. That's it. We lost you there, mate.
Oh, sorry. Where when everyone was in the main room where we got all the bags and everything, I went off and because I did my injection or whatever, insulin, and I thought I'd go into the toilet and went in there.
Come to the mic a bit, mate.
I was gonna I'll just do this. Yeah, so I was gonna go and pop into the toilet, but someone was in there. And then I remembered there was one further upstairs. So I thought, oh, maybe I should go up to there. And then I went out and then started going up one of the spiral staircases. And then I started hearing tapping. It was almost like by the stairs or I don't know, maybe on the railing or something.
Yeah.
And I thought, because someone said about the other toilet, it was like, I don't know if I should go up there on my own. And I thought, should I really be here on my own? And I thought, and then I heard him come out the toilet. I thought, I'll go back down to that one. And I went back down to that one. And then when I did my injection, it was almost like I heard tapping on the window.
Strange.
So, yeah, that was weird.
Sort of give you a bit of a scare, did it? Or you just felt a little bit unsettled?
I was just like, hello there. Thanks for joining me.
you sort of feel a bit insecure, didn't you? You think, well, I can't see you, but you can see me.
Yeah, sometimes,
That's a bit unfair.
Maybe they're trying to work out what you were doing. Maybe they thought, oh, what's he doing? We got lots of tapping up in the attic, which I think was above that room. Yeah, in the room above the toilets. I think we got lots of tapping up there. So, yeah. But maybe they were looking and thinking, oh, what's he doing? What's he doing there?
Yeah.
But sorry. But adding to where Paul was sitting, because when you were doing the human pendulum, I sat near enough, where Paul was sitting originally, and it's got to be about roughly 10 minutes in of doing the human pendulum, maybe a bit longer. It was almost like I felt someone touch the side of my hand, where I had it rested there, and I thought, okay. And then later on, I thought about it again. I thought we had about an hour left. I thought I want to go and have a look again. So I sat there. But everything was really quiet because there's no one around or anything. Everyone started to get a bit worn out. So I sat there and then I focused for a bit, off and on. And then it was almost like after a bit, I could see it was either in the mirror or to the side of the mirror. It was almost like I could see the outline of someone there, like their face or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But that's how they can present themselves. See, is by a reflection in a mirror, a picture, anything.
Yeah.
That's why if you're doing it, just be alert of your surroundings, because there's always something that will give you, in the mirror, there's nobody there, but you can see the shadow behind you, or like Julia was saying, you take pictures over your shoulder because, when you're there, you feel these things. You feel spirit close to you, or something's not right around you, or something, a breeze. You think, well, how can it be a breeze when there's no windows? Things like that. So these are all clues that sort of, and Julia tell you get the feeling, or Angela, all of us really. That's when you start taking your pictures. When something feels different, the energy feels different, something, and because obviously your body will tell you whether something's wrong, right. Should you be there? Shouldn't you be there? And when you get that feeling in your body, that's a good time to start taking the photos or voice recordings. I mean, I took a good couple of good EVPs and got responses, which I need to listen to with headphones to try and work out what was said. I mean, we played it 4 or 5 times. It sounds like it. Whoever it was said it's a whisper.
Oh, that one, yeah.
We just can't. I just can't make that out. It's just not quite because you think it's 5 syllables, didn't you, William? When you
I said it sounded about 5 syllables. Yeah,
yeah,
it's very hard to make out though. Very hard to make out.
It's a very distant EVP, but it was a contact. And people laugh. I take my voice recorder everywhere where I go because you just never know when you're going to get that contact. Some people hear it audibly, like we did when we heard a woman say hello, and that was very audible. For us to hear it in our hearing range as humans, it's got to have been a loud hello. And all of us looked at each other and went, "Did you hear that?" We questioned, "Did you say it?" No. So we knew. So to be in our hearing range as a human, it's got to have been that loud. On an EVP, obviously a voice recorder records in different hertz up and down, so it's a much more acceptable for EVPs. But it's always good if you're wandering around, say your location, I'm in the basement, I'm in the hallway, I'm in the foyer, I'm upstairs, and then just say it, and ask out, is there spirits here wish to communicate with me? And a lot of times you will get a reply. Listen back, you might spend an hour and get nothing. So you just do short bursts of EVPs, 1-2 minutes, because obviously you're listening back 2 minutes. It can take half an hour to go through. You think, oh, what was that? What was that about? But I take bursts of about 1 minute to 2 minutes, and that's it, no longer. And then you can just listen back, and you can keep going backwards and forwards. You ain't got to scroll through 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes of recordings. So it's always worth doing a quick burst. Sorry?
Instead of like purchasing a voice recorder, you can just like press record on your phone.
Yeah.
And sometimes that has the same sort of like abilities to be able to record voices.
Yeah.
Years ago, I used to, on an event, get my voice recorder, pop it in the attic for like 6 hours, and then I had to listen back to like 6 hours worth of footage. It's not a good idea. Just to, as Paul suggests, short bursts here and there. 5 minutes.
Yeah, no more than 5 minutes. 5 minutes can take you 2 hours to go back through. Short bursts of 1 minute, 2 minutes at the most. Listen back, either delete it or keep it till you get home with headphones. I tend to do short bursts and then listen, because if you got contact, they want to talk. If you don't listen to it, you walk off. They think, well, I just spoke to them and they've ignored me.
Yeah, you might actually have a response.
And when you get a response, then they're there. They want to talk. And that's the good thing about doing short bursts. You can quickly listen back, say, "Oh, there's nothing there," delete that. "Oh, what was that?" And that one that I got, it was a very short burst, but it was something there. And I stayed in there doing that for another 15 minutes. I've got to listen back to the further recordings, but whether there's another contact there, I don't know. Anyway, we've done 1 hour and 23 minutes of tonight. So thank you all for the questions and answers, and and thank you all you lot on here for your dream diaries. It was very interesting, and obviously thanks to Jem for trying to interpret most of it.
I'll just pass you back over.
Okay. Julia, what's your next event coming up?
Ancient Ram, 1st of June. We're over in Gloucester, over that way.
Yes.
So it's a very short amount of time, and then 2 weeks we're at the Ram, and then we're at a new venue I found, which is an old convent. Before it was a convent, it was a hospital for US airmen. So very excited about that. It's a new venue. I think I know one other group that have done it. So very, very excited to be going there and to be able to be given the opportunity to to go and take everyone there to go and
Nice.
have a look around. I think that's the last Saturday of June, so we got 2 in June, so it's going to be very sort of
Busy.
like very very busy. So we've only got like I think 10 spaces left on that one, so
Cool.
it's sold incredibly well again. So yeah, really excited. I'm excited about the Ram. Been on
Yeah.
my bucket list for about 16 years, maybe longer, and I'm finally got round to doing it. So very very excited about the Ram, and very excited about the convent as well. So
Yeah, I think Dora's excited about the Ram. Luke, are you going to?
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I'm going.
Nice.
Yeah.
Paula, are you going?
I don't know yet.
But we're not going because we're away on holiday at that time. So if you want to go to the other 2 venues Julia's talked about and other venues, go onto the Paranation website, have a look. There's obviously Shepton Mullet Prison and the convent and a few others coming up. So keep an eye on the website. Go and get your tickets. Come and join a truly gifted team. They're good people, good team members and good guests, and you'll have a good fun night because that's what it's all about.
I also
And
did an interview last Sunday, and that was broadcast on East Hearts Radio. Just going to do a quick plug there. East Hearts Radio, which is run by a good friend of mine, Mickey, and he's known me for 15 odd years, and he wanted to interview me. So he did an interview, and it went live on Saturday, 8 o'clock. Well, it was pre-recorded because we were doing an event, so I couldn't be there to be live, but it was a pre-recorded interview, and he really did praise what we do and what we're all about. So he said some really kind words about us, and for which I'm really thankful for. But yeah, so hopefully we'll get we had a good plug on his radio show. So yeah,
nice,
thanks Mickey
nice.
for that.
I
Much
was
appreciated.
contacted. Where are we now? Thursday last week by a paranormal podcast group called Haunted Souls in America
Oh,
to
wow.
go live on
Good for
one of
them.
their shows on the 25th of June.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
So
good.
it's 7 o'clock in the evening their time. So it's peak time on theirs. I forget how many said people that tune in. They're called Haunted Souls America. So it's 7 o'clock in the evening their time. It's midnight our time, but it's
Oh,
for an
wow.
hour. So I'll be up
Gosh.
midnight till 1 a.m. They've
Oh, God.
approached us because they've never had an English paranormal group on there before.
Oh,
So he'd been watching Host for Ghost and us lot on and off for a while, and then he contacted me and said, "Would you come on there? It's 7 o'clock in the evening, peak time." I forget how many followers he has. A lot, a great deal. I've looked on their website, and he said, "Would you come on there? It's 7 o'clock our time, but midnight your time till 1 a.m." So I shall do that, and we'll all get a plug on that. I'll assure you of that when we're on there.
It's all good publicity, isn't it? It's all
It
good
is, yeah,
publicity.
yeah. But
Gets
I'm
it out
quite
there.
honoured to be asked to do it like you were with a radio station.
Yeah.
It's quite honoured, to people to say, I've watched your, and he's watched and I've been on the website, done various things. He said, so, we've never had an English paranormal investigation or paranormal team on our podcast. Would you be interested in coming on? I thought, well,
Oh, good.
any coverage is good coverage, isn't it? Whether it's
Yeah.
America, worldwide, or
Them,
just
don't
from the UK. So I'm quite excited about
Yeah.
that, like
Yeah.
Julia was with the radio. So
Good.
watch this space, and hopefully, you
Yeah.
never know.
Good
Anybody
publicity, isn't
from all
it?
over the world's welcome on here Monday nights. If we had one here tonight, unfortunately, Daniel couldn't make it tonight, which is he's getting a lot of stuff ready for his conference coming up for the Mythical Legends. So if you're interested in it, entry's free. Go on to his website, mythicallegends.com, I think it is, Angela, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
And get your free tickets. It's a 9-hour event. Got lots of good speakers from the Bigfoot community, cryptids, and all of that. Obviously, we're representing South Coast Ghosts and Paranation and Host for Ghosts. We're doing a paranormal talk We'll have a table with the equipment set out where people can come and ask us questions after. So obviously we'll have a table there for the rest of the day. So hopefully we can get people a little bit interested in what we do. And so Jen's obviously there doing a bit of card reading. So if you want a bit of card reading, you know where to go, Gemma.
Or do it online.
Or do it online, whatever. But so slowly we're getting out there. We just got to keep plugging away and doing what we're doing, because I think we are getting noticed and we are the genuine team. We are what we are. And anybody's welcome to come on here, suggest a subject that we can talk about on a Monday night. We don't know the answers. We'll certainly find the answers. We'll try our best to find the answers. But please do come along on a Monday night. Come and join us. It should only be an hour, but as usual, we've dropped over a little bit because we do get excited about our events and what goes on. So we like people to feel relaxed and listen to us, and hopefully you enjoy our chat. So from me, host for Ghosts, and Julia Paranation, Luke, Dora, Angela from South Coast Ghosts, and Pola from the Antarctic. We say good day. Have a very good week. Take care,
Bye.
everybody.
See you later.
Bye.